Rumor: the Red Hulk is only featured for 5 minutes of Captain America: Brave New World. So they've been hyping him up like everything, in every commercial. But rumor. This is a rumor. Let's note that. But he's only going to be featured for 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
It's a rumor, but these rumors generally are right. Harrison Ford's Red Hulk, a central figure in the marketing for Captain America: Brave New World, will have less than 5 minutes of screen time in the big budget Marvel film. If true, this would represent a significant bait and switch by Marvel Studios. Fuck yeah. Which has prominently featured the Red Hulk in nearly every trailer, TV spot, and promotional poster. This is a rumor, again, but these rumors tend to be correct. Well, they put a lot of, to my understanding, unless I'm wrong, they put a lot of Hulk, the Incredible Hulk characters in this movie, and I don't know why they just didn't make another Hulk movie. I think they're trying to prop up Blacked in America, you know, uh, Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trying to find a way to prop him up with other unused IPs, intellectual properties, and it's just all a load of shit. It it's destined to fail. With that being said, things work funny. Sometimes, truth is stranger than fiction, but in my point of view, it's destined to fail for so many reasons, which I'll get into some of them. We've only seen footage of Red Hulk from one scene. That is true. Starting with Ford's transformation on the presidential podium and ending with a massive brawl with Sam Wilson, the Falcon, or Black in America. That means it's altogether possible that rather than being a consistent menace throughout the film, the Red Hulk will be some cheap thrill tossed in the end uh, at the end of the movie. May not be the end, maybe like the beginning, but all the same, it's a cheap thrill tossed in. Everybody's like, oh, yawn and blah blah blah. We don't want to see, Black Falcon or whatever, fake Captain. And they're like, oh, this makes it interesting. Red Hulk, this seems it could be something. We'll see. And so it's bait and switch. Let's say it's not 5 minutes. Let's say it's 10. Does that really change things?
No. No, it doesn't.
The film reportedly carried a staggering production budget between 350 million and 375 million, not including marketing costs. That's a lot of fucking money. Factoring in promotional expenses, the movie will likely need to gross nearly 1 billion worldwide to break even. So yeah, even if it's a moderate success, it's still a failure.
That's a lot of money they're going to have to make.
Pre-sale numbers have been described as underwhelming, tracking only 1.4 times better than The Marvels, which was their worst movie ever, financially and literally. Marvel also faces dwindling enthusiasm from its core audience, Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson, who took over Captain America's mantle in Disney Plus's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, has struggled to capture the cultural resonance of Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. I don't think it's got much to do with Chris Evans. I think it's got to do with the race swap. And Captain America already had some deep, rich lore, which Falcon does not. And someone had said, I never watched that Disney Plus show, but someone had said that no one gave him the shield and the title; he claimed it. And for
Oh.
that matter, he beat up a white man and stole the shield. Is what somebody said. So that's just going on somebody else's word. But and they said, how's that make him look?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a big stereotype.
Oh yeah, and now they have him fighting a new president who turns into a big red rage monster. So we have a black man representing Captain America who has no history or lore really to speak of, fighting a big red presidential rage monster. Hmm.
Well, gee, I wonder who that symbolizes.
Yeah, that's all I have on that. But you can give your thoughts on it.
I think this is bullshit. If this rumor's true, what in the world am I gonna sit and watch this movie for under 5 minutes of Red Hulk? Why? Why would I waste my money? It doesn't make any sense. They're just trying to fill the seats of the theater at this point to try to cover some of that money they they know they're gonna lose.
Yeah, but how'd they get so in over their head to begin with? Well, you think it was an echo chamber, or do you think it was like BlackRock or somebody just giving them millions and millions and millions and millions and them, in their echo chamber and their egos getting all buffed? I mean, what do you think led to this?
I think it's exactly what you just said. I think they pitched the story and they pitched all the stuff that they wanted to do to it, and people kept telling them, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, do that." And then here's money, 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 money. And then they just went in and got over their head, and now they're trying to get back some of that money. That's what I think. And they're never going to get that much money back. Never. Because
Also, in the comics, I have no doubt that the Red Hulk will be drastically different than he is in the comics. I mean, first of all, it wasn't a president turning into the Red Hulk. It was, Major General Ross. I don't remember the full name, but even though I'm a big Hulk fan, I don't, was never a fan of that particular storyline and the whole Ross. Okay, Ross was Betty's father in the comic, and I believe he is in the movies as well. But I don't recall him ever being president.
I don't think he was. I don't think so.
I mean, I quit reading in the late '90s, maybe, but to my knowledge, he was never president. But they're making him president, and they got Harrison Ford, who I don't think fits it whatsoever. Not to mention Harrison Ford is really decrepit at this point. I'm not putting down on old people. I'm just telling how it is.
Well, I don't know. I kind of think Harrison Ford could have played the part of the president pretty well, but the Hulk, no, that
No, I
right,
mean
that don't.
General Ross. General Ross is usually a hard, tight ass, stern, big white mustache. He's kind of thick built.
Yeah,
He's a general.
yeah, I know.
Can you see that in Harrison Ford?
Maybe,
Not me. I just don't see it.
but yeah, the this is just beyond
I
ridiculous.
mean, to my understanding, the Hulk will make an appearance in the movie unless I've been misinformed. And the leader. Now, I always wanted them to make another Hulk movie, from the second one they brought out. What was his name? Was it James Norton or something along those lines? But that Hulk, I believe the CGI was better. I like the way they were building up the leader. I always hoped they would continue on with that, but instead we get it crammed into a Blackton American movie,
Uh oh,
shoehorned into it.
yeah. I would like for them to make a
We have and welcome to the stream. We're of Bly is going to lose a lot of money. Yeah, they always lost the money. Problem is getting back the money. And yeah, in the big picture, yeah, lose, 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 lose.
but I would like for them to do an Immortal Hulk movie.
Oh yeah, if you've read the comic line. Now, I despise Marvel these days. I used to love Marvel, but one that came out in the recent years that was good was the Hulk line, the Hulk arc, Immortal Hulk. They tried to tweak it like a kind of like a horror story, and you just had to read it, but that was a good arc. That was very well done. The Immortal Hulk, that was a good arc.
Well,
Uh, World War Hulk was all right. It was fairly good, but the Immortal Hulk, that was great.
well, that's why I liked the Immortal Hulk, is because it veered more on the horror side of it.
Well, if you consider
Because
how Marvel started out, kind of like Pulp Fiction, only put in comic form. It was like the sci-fi of the '60s. Like they had a comic called Tales to Astonish. I believe that's what it was called. They were trying to put out this whole '60s sci-fi vibe, like Fantastic Four. They went up to space in a rocket ship and came down, and all this weird stuff was happening to them. And a boy in school gets bit by a radioactive spider, and it was Tales to Astonish. It was sci-fi stories. I think they need to get back to the roots. I also think a lot of these companies need to quit this whole Goku Superman syndrome where uh he blinks and blows away universes and breaks through realities.
yeah, that's a little
if
much.
if we bring it back to fantastic but kind of real but fantastical for being real, I believe we'll bring people back into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Hulk was, to my understanding, the Hulk was fashioned after Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
and
I
and
think of.
mostly, and maybe Frankenstein too, but yeah, I believe that's what was said. Originally he was gray, but as printing issues they had to make him green.
I don't know. I think the green works better instead of the gray.
I always liked the gray better. I mean, I always thought the green was a little silly.
I don't know. I like the green. I can't help it. I
You
like
know, in
the
the
green.
1970s, the 1970s TV show, the writers wanted to make him red then, but they kept arguing, no, he's green in the comics. If we make him red, it's not gonna do. And they were right. But that's an interesting fact.
I did not know that they wanted to make the Hulk red
Yeah,
in the
it's
show.
also funny. They said Bruce Banner sounded too gay, so they called him what they call him in the TV show?
David.
Yeah, David Banner. Well, in the comic, his name was Robert Bruce Banner. They could have went with Robert. Does that sound
Yeah.
gay too? Wait,
No.
does it?
No.
I don't think so. You know, another interesting tidbit there. People are fucking weird. I mean, I'm weird. Of course, I'm weird. I guess everyone, even normal people are weird to me. But the more you just see people out there, it's like, oh fuck, I didn't realize it could go that way. I didn't realize they could be that way, and then they are. And then you're going, but why? And even if you understand logically, you're still going, but why?
Yeah. I remember watching the Hulk on TV when I was a kid, and every kid I knew watched that show. Not for the story, not for anything else, but to see the Hulk be the Hulk. That's the only reason we
Yeah.
watched it.
And then in the movies, they had to go and make him a little bitch boy. First of all, they're like, let's have Thanos beat the shit out of him and he'll be defenseless to it. And then let's make him where he can't Hulk out. And then let's make the Hulk Banner where he's strong but he don't really do anything.